Lucky. Left. Somebody hit me the other day. Let me start it the right way. My bad.
Yeah. Can't forget about this.
Lucky Lefty Podcast. SD2 Mics, the original Lucky Lefty himself, Malik ZAIRE. Brought to you by ONORA Whiskey, ONORAWhiskey.com. That premium American whiskey, ONORAWhiskey.com. Wait. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, audio edibles every day. We are the home of the misguided passion, forever committed to making sure that we continue to spin it different. And if you drink, make sure that you drink responsibly. Yo, Left, let me tell you something, man. First of all, how was your weekend, bro? How was your weekend?
Good weekend.
I'm gonna be petty today. I'm just letting I got a lot of reasons to be petty today. I'm like, see, Left, you know, man, Left, I consider myself in certain circles to be an educator and a teacher. Right? I take responsibility for sowing seeds into the minds of people, and especially the younger people, so that they have resources to answer the questions for life. So I'm gonna get to that in a few seconds. But you had a good weekend, bro. I'm actually, hey, Left, it's 69 here. God answered my prayers. I'm going to the golf course this afternoon. I'm going to the golf course.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
69, baby. I prayed all last week. Lord, you got to remove this rain. We had snow. We had snow on Wednesday. I said, Lord, this ain't working for me. This is not working.
Snow to 69 in
April. In April, we had snow last week. I said, Lord,
man, what's going on over there?
You don't do it for anybody else. Do it for me. Do it for me. Do it for your humble, faithful servant. Do it for me. And here it is. 69 degrees, clear skies.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm getting at it. I'm getting at it today. I don't care if I shoot under 100, under 90, and I don't care if I shoot 150. Just the fact that I'm out there. Just the fact that I'm out there. It's going to be good enough, Left. Lucky Lefty Podcast. We're going to talk and hear from Mike Denbrock. Notre Dame, there's a lot of buzz around the program. It's funny because I saw somebody on the message board was like, yo, is there a cap on what's being talked about? You know, I've been open, asking Notre Dame, though, we need a little bit more access. I would love a little bit more access. Like, I totally understand not giving full access, especially during the live scrimmage part. But you can give us a little bit more, another 15 to 20 minutes, at least the start of the scrimmage.
That's the start of the scrimmage.
You know, and then as you build momentum, like tell us to go, I'm all for that. I fully understand. We don't need to know everything.
No.
Just give us enough to be able to report, talk about, and I still think what they give us is enough to talk about.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's enough to talk about, but I don't understand if you listen to what the coaches say, they pretty much tell you, like on the message board, people are like, man, what's going on with this? What's going on with that? And I think Brian Driscoll did a great job of answering, like, yo, this is what I've been told, but what we've been told is what the coaches, Jordan Botelho was talked about. I've talked about Drake Bowen. It was funny that people were shocked that it's Drake Bowen and then it's the others at middle linebacker. We're like, oh, well, what about Kingston? I told y'all last year before Kingston got here that he wasn't overtaking Drake Bowen. Did I not say that? Did I not say that?
He said that.
Hey, he's going to start as a freshman. I think he's better than Drake Bowen. What did I tell you after the first practice? I said there was a gasp in the building when Drake Bowen went to the ground.
Yeah.
A gasp that lets you know just how important he is.
He's definitely Captain America to the team right
now. Dude, the things are there. It's almost like, I don't know what people want to hear sometimes, but it's like the coaches and everybody that reports on Notre Dame, like literally give everything that's there. And yo, if you don't want to You know, I don't know. I don't know. Mike Denbrock is going to say some things about the offensive line today. We've been trying to encourage people. The talent is there. It'd be different if the talent wasn't there.
It'd be different.
It'd be different. We can go back to four years ago when we had to go to the portal and get an offensive lineman from Marshall.
Oh, man, those are the dark days.
Yes, because there was a talent deficit at offensive line. That's not the case.
Not the case.
Are they inexperienced? Yes. But give me talent.
Talented.
Yes. Now, coaches have to do their jobs. They have to do their job.
Hey, you got to do your job.
You have to. And we said it's not about one player at any position. This season is about where the program is.
Where the program is, that's all.
Where's the program? It's going to tell this season. Marcus Freeman, 3rd year, plans. You went out seemingly to answer the questions that were posed and put before you. Now let's see the evidence. Let's see if you found the right answers. Lucky Lefty podcast. Before I get to what we watched yesterday, which I thought and said would be a really entertaining and great women's national championship in college basketball, I think we also predicted that when it was all said and done, didn't we predict last week that Notre Dame will have a top 3 team?
Oh, yeah.
Early.
Yeah.
And we also said that it was going to be a put up, a shut up season for Coach Ivy, too. Dude, we understand all of the things the last 2 years with injuries and everything else. Next year, you have to put up, shut up.
Yeah, but she's got the recruitment to be able to manage that well.
But let's get to it. We're going to talk. What did I tell you? And what did I tell? See, I took a lot of flack. I don't know, I read the comments after the show. Every show. I had people putting full J. Cole lyrics.
Oh,
I'm talking about full J. Cole lyrics.
Not the full
in the comments. The full ones talking about, I don't know, this is hard. I don't know what you're talking about. What you got to say about your boy now? I told you, when it comes to beef and diss records, leave it to the big dog.
Yeah, leave it to the big dogs.
And I told you that ain't him. He's a nerd. He's a backpacker, and he doesn't want any of that smoke.
He's a backpacker?
He's a backpacker, and he doesn't want any of that smoke. He doesn't. And maybe you don't like to hear it because you're a J. Cole fan, but I told you on Friday,
he doesn't want
this smoke environment is not for him. He needs a non-smoking environment. He needs to come from a non-smoking environment because that's not him.
Don't do that.
That's who he is. That's who he is. And he needs to stay in his lane and be exactly who he is. But he jumps into the fray, and what happens?
Well, I mean, he did a good job. He just backtracked on it. So it just is like, what are you doing?
Ain't built for it. Ain't built for it, Left. He's not built for it.
He ain't used to the rap. Drake gonna rap beef.
Not built for this.
Drake gonna rap beef. Now Drake don't have to put nothing out for a couple months. Let this embarrassment of J. Cole falter. He might even just have to diss J. Cole again just because he too close in relation.
Man. If you were Drake, would you stand next to J. Cole?
No, I gotta diss you, J. Cole. Let you know, like this ain't I'm not.
Even if you don't diss him, you gotta distance yourself.
Yeah, you gotta distance yourself because now it's like, wait a minute, I'm not about to be lapped up with a guy that just wants to be friends. Drake, but that's why Drake always sits there and gives J. Cole over kudos because he's like, I couldn't be number one if it wasn't for you being number two. So I don't know what prompted J. Cole to go out sad like that, but man, it's a sad day in hip hop when dudes are apologizing for diss records.
No, see, he knew what was coming. See, left, bro. I never forget. I had a fight with this dude on my block. We went to church together. Yeah. Right. I would even say, I'll be honest, dude. The fight would have gone to the cards.
Okay, it would have went.
It was subjective. It was subjective. Yeah. Like people that were standing there could have said, "Man, Sean won that fight."
But then other people
could have said, "John won that fight."
Straight up.
Well, you know where he lost the fight? 10 minutes later, I'm coming out the house. He's coming out his house. He rides his bike up to me and was like, man, we shouldn't be fighting, man. We brother. That's when I was like, I got you, bro. I got you.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I got you.
Yeah,
exactly.
We'll do that.
Exactly. All right, don't come over here copping, please. 10 minutes after the
no,
fight.
Yeah, because now you come over again, I might just hit you. What's up?
Yeah, then you trying to bring Christianity into it right now? No. You called me this just 20 minutes ago, bro.
Yeah, and
no. If we're gonna settle this. We want the rematch. I thought you were coming over here to set up the rematch.
Yeah, I thought we was about to do it again. Like, I'm ready to go. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, that's why I'm not down with all this gun stuff, man. I miss the days where we just simply said, take it to the grass.
Just take it to the grass.
Take it to the grass.
Give me my 30.
That's it.
30 seconds, whatever.
Take it to the grass.
It's all.
So that's all I have to say about it.
Because if it ever got that crazy, you should have been doing Jesus and all the other talk before. But you knew what was coming. That's what it was.
John Massey said he's a rapper most likely to stare into the eclipse and then write a verse about it.
Man, J. Cole killing. I can't believe he did, because nothing prompted him to do that. You think somebody tapped him on the shoulder?
Bro, he ate from the tree of beef and his system was not ready. It regurgitated it back up.
He internally was really bothered by the fact that he really did that.
Like, I can't believe I said that about my brother, because you're not built for that.
Yeah, like, what are you talking
about? And I told J. Cole Fans Friday he wasn't built for it. I said it. You're not built for it, bro. Don't do that. Let the dudes that actually put out good this stuff, let them do that. Let them do that. That's not even you.
It's not even him.
So, man, J. Cole, man, I feel you, man. I'm gonna pray for you, man.
Yeah, because you tripping.
I'm gonna pray for your soul, man, because your emotions are all over the place right now.
All over, like, why are you
all
so
over
emotional?
The place? It's probably great promotion for your project you just put out. I hope it does well, but now can I
apologize? I think that's why he said might delete later, because he really don't want to have it up there too long.
Yeah. So now can we get to it? Can we get to it? Can we talk? Because I held back. I knew what was gonna happen, but I held back. Because I know it's a lot of lovers around this country and in this world. Can we talk about it, Lev? Can I talk about it?
Let's talk about it.
We have to speak facts. See, Caitlin Clark is the greatest offensive player in the history of women's college basketball, and college basketball for that matter, by the numbers. Left, those are facts.
Like LeBron James.
By the numbers. She's very LeBron. We're gonna bring that up too. She's very LeBron-like. We're gonna bring that up. You know who else is very LeBron-like that I'm starting to realize?
Who?
Luka.
Oh, yeah. When he tells you LeBron his guy, though. He tells you LeBron.
And when Luka leaves Dallas in 4 years to go win a championship, you're gonna start to see it.
Oh, wait.
Here first.
He said he's leaving?
Yeah. He's gonna take his talent somewhere else. You better believe it. Because he ain't
perfect for him.
He's not winning in Dallas.
He got Kyrie.
But let me get back to Kate. Great offensive player. She did it at Iowa. Iowa's not a big power program. Fact. All of that. Fact. Whatever you want to lay at her feet, fact. But see, this is what happened. See, we see it all the time in recruiting. Right? People try to anoint people. They haven't even taken a snap on the college level. And people try to anoint people. See, people try to anoint her. She's the GOAT of all time. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, if you want to start that conversation after she wins the championship, fine.
Yeah.
Fine. But you're trying to anoint her before she even does it.
Well, I think that's what
that's the problem, love. That's the problem. So when you know what? Life lesson. You know what the most powerful life lesson was? What? I don't care what, if you watch that game, the most powerful life lesson in that game and how things come full circle is Raven Johnson.
Oh, she was locking up.
The freshman that Caitlin Clark waved off in the national semifinals last year was the same girl that locked her tail up yesterday.
I mean, she did have 30 though.
No. She was 3 for 11 against Raven Johnson with 4 turnovers. Now let's talk about it. When Raven Johnson was the primary defender,
she only had 7 points.
Raven Johnson, she got that off on Bree in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Raven got on her. She had 12 for the next 3 quarters. We talk about it.
Yeah.
12 points in the next 3 quarters. Seatbelt.
But this is why we wasn't honest early on. Breonna Stewart is the real GOAT. That's the one that we should be talking about, because Breonna Stewart's getting 30 on anybody. She's winning championships. She's been doing 4-year champion.
Talk about it, because I'm gonna bring this conversation. I'm setting up the alley-oop. You know I'm setting the alley-oop up. Go ahead.
Yeah, I never understood how we skipped over the fact that Breonna Stewart is a 4-time All-American. She got 4 championships. She's won in college, WNBA, and high school. Gatorade Player of the Year. Mm-hmm. And she's got the height where Caitlyn don't. Yeah, Breonna may not shoot as deep, but Breonna got way more game. Hell, the Liberty was just in the championship. Mm-hmm. So I think that, I don't know what, Caitlyn must have came at the right time because of NIL and all that, but we talking about the best scorer. It's 100% Breonna Stewart. I just don't know why we haven't.
Now see, that's your opinion. Out by the numbers. By the numbers, I'll give it to Caitlin Clark. See, I don't have to denigrate Caitlin Clark. See, this is that rabbit hole people have to go down. I got to dog somebody. I don't have to dog Caitlin Clark today. South Carolina proved to me first game against Notre Dame. Okay, they're going to be a problem. They're going to be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, they went undefeated. That's not even talked about as much as it should be. 30-something, 37 games? 37 games? Come on, dog. That's too good. If somebody win 37 games in the men's league, they'd be paraded around the country.
Dude, that's why I try to tell people, especially in recruiting, man, like, relax, man. Y'all want somebody to take off as soon as they get to Notre Dame. Like, what's wrong with them? They're freshmen. They're literally still a freshman academically.
Yeah.
Like, they showed up early before classes started. Like, it is like society loves to anoint people and to start these conversations when the conversation wasn't even warranted. Like, wow, she hasn't won anything. Why are we talking about she hasn't won a thing? Did she change the game? Yes. Like, speak all the factual stuff. Don't do. I tell people all the time. The reason Dawn Staley had to say what she said is because there was undue pressure put on the young lady by conversations that should have never taken place. This GOAT conversation should have never taken place. Why are we talking about that? Let her accomplish something. And the caveat. Love, is it easier? Because here's the alley-oop. You're gonna love how I set people up. Because I remember what they say, right? She did it at Iowa. She carried them. Breonna Stewart had McDonald's All-Americans around her. Left was more difficult. Being a big dog when you're the only big dog, or being the big dog amongst other big dogs? What's the more difficult path? Thank you.
On top of the fact that
she
was doing her thing like Breonna Stewart is that deal.
Thank you.
Thank you. That deal for sure.
Show me that you're being a big dog in one of those
on a nobody team
in a mid. I'm gonna be honest. The Big Ten men's basketball strong. Women's basketball, little suspect.
Because Ohio, it's only like a couple teams. Ohio State,
little suspect,
maybe
very average. It's not the SEC. It's not the history of the Pac-12. Not the history of the ACC and women's basketball. It's not. That's a fact. Yes, big fish, small pond. See, this is the thing. This is the blessing that Muffet McGraw had. You know what the blessing was?
What?
She had Gino to chase.
That's
the blessing that allowed Notre Dame women's basketball to get to where they got to. They
Oh,
had somebody
absolutely.
to chase.
They had to keep getting
They
thumped
had
by him, getting
yes,
thumped by them, getting thumped
yes,
by them.
yes,
Even when we had Jewel, K, Max, Sky,
yes.
we was getting smacked.
Mm-hmm.
She had to pull that Enrique Aguba or Gungawaba or whatever you say, how you ever say it, out that recruiting bag
Yes,
and found that dog.
yes,
That's really what it was.
yes.
That's the same thing for Marcus Freeman. Marcus Freeman might get lumped over the head a couple times till he find that franchise quarterback. Then it's up.
Then it's up.
Then they in trouble.
Yes.
Because everything else is set. Like the table
The
is
truth
set.
of the matter is, you know who he was chasing, even though there's no direct affiliation. Marcus Freeman had Dabo to chase.
Absolutely.
He had Dabo to chase. That's the program that's won national championships that's on our schedule.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's chasing Saban. I definitely think he's chasing Dabo.
And he beat him.
Beat him.
Came up short last year. Because if he had beaten him 2 years in a row, then you'd have been like, okay.
Changing of the guard.
Changing of the guard. Now it's some more things to prove.
And more of a rivalry.
Yeah. Yeah, some more things to prove.
But it'll be unequal as soon as he gets that quarterback.
Here's the alley-oop.
Dabo's still chasing that.
Here's the alley-oop. See, this is amazing. See, yeah, Raven Johnson still can't shoot.
She's a freshman.
She can do this. Caitlin can't do that.
Never.
She can't do that.
She don't have the opportunity now. It's over.
Can't do that. Can't do that. And oh, by the way, who was it? Remember I took flack last year? Because I come from a culture in Chicago where we don't separate men and women's basketball. We go to each other's games. We play in open gym with each other. That's right. Going back before I started playing. I watched that in open gyms. I come from that culture. Remember when I critiqued the offensive game of Caitlin Clark and said her handle is going to have to get better?
Oh, yeah. She's definitely
level.
Not a handler. She's definitely not a handler.
When I said she gets to the next level and people pressure her, she's going to have a problem with turnovers. Remember I said that? What showed up yesterday?
Turnovers and getting cookies taken and all type of stuff.
Oh, but that didn't show up yesterday when Mule from Connecticut was pressuring her the other night. It showed up the other night.
She's not a ball handler.
You can't, just because you like somebody, don't fight critique. That's facts. It is what it is. It is what it is. She's a great ball player. But she has flaws like anybody else. And when somebody points out her flaws, I want that foul call, dude. I don't care about that foul call. UConn, if they hit shots, they would have blown Iowa out.
Blown them out.
Kim Mulkey told you after they lost to Iowa. What did she say in the post game? She can't beat you by herself.
No.
She ain't that good.
That one girl had like 21 on her team too that game. Like one girl was going crazy.
Oh, you talking about Hannah Stokey?
Yeah.
Hey, Hannah Stokey. No, dog. Cardosa had on lock yesterday. See?
On lock. Well, small. It was a team of clear genetic advantages.
Left, man, I won't even go there, dude.
South Carolina is a big team.
Depth.
Oh my God, they're huge.
Depth. Their
guards are even big. Iowa looked like a JV team in size comparison.
Man,
like it was like, man, they got some athletes over there in that South Carolina. Iowa's just that really good team that's gonna do all the little things, and they got a superstar shooter, but from a toughness and attitude and all that. Come on, man. This is Don's probably easiest championship. Because Stanford's pretty big too. I think UConn would have been a better challenge.
Like people now, when I brought up how Raven Johnson defended Caitlin Clark, this just shows you how people react. Yeah, but she still can't shoot. Now what? Why do people feel like they have to denigrate? Yeah, that's just the natural humanity. That's just our soul. It has this evil side that as soon as you just because it happened against somebody you don't like, you got to say something negative.
You got to point out something that they're not good at, but it has nothing to do with.
She still can't shoot, but she won.
But she won.
She won. Yeah.
Caitlin can shoot and didn't win.
And when Indiana cut it to 2, who had the game-winning ceiling, game-sealing three-pointer? Raven Johnson.
Yeah.
Look, man, I just want us to be better as sports fans, bro. We don't have to do that. I try to warn people, man. I told people last year, enjoy this ride. People are trying to choose between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. I said, man, that's basketball. They out there hooping. I don't like care about all this trash talk and who did this and that's classier and this. Man, let them girls hoop.
But it's definitely made the women's game more attractive from an entertainment value.
That's what I said. If you let them hoop, people will become interested. Let them hoop. Stop choosing sides. Just enjoy it. Let them hoop.
I do think the buildup of the back and forth, they have narratives in women's college basketball now that wasn't there.
That's absolutely wonderful, dude. But all these choosing sides, this person is classier. This is, man, it's hooping.
It's hooping.
It's hooping. I told somebody the other day, you know how many times I've been called out of my name on a basketball court in Chicago?
Oh, that's every occasion.
That's hooping.
Especially if you good.
Yes.
And you whoop it.
There's only one line you can cross. You say something about my mama, we got a problem.
Yeah, we gotta handle that.
Outside of that, you can say whatever you want to say about me. You can talk about my game. You can tell me I can't shoot. You can call me any type of expertise that's outside of my name given. I don't care. We're out here hooping, bro. And when we get through, we can go have a double quarter pounder with cheese together with some fries.
Man, hey, listen, that
on
was
me.
The meal back then.
On me.
I ain't gonna lie, that was the meal back then.
That's it. It's hooping.
That was the meal back then.
Let me tell you this. Doing it at Connecticut, see, when people tried to kind of like downgrade what Diana Taurasi and Breonna Stewart and Maya Moore had done in Connecticut because they were playing with other good players, doing it at Connecticut is much more difficult than doing it at Iowa. I guarantee you that. It's hard to be a big dog in Iowa. Big Ten women's basketball is mid.
Yeah.
Mid.
Super mid.
You go take the top five, put Juju in the Big Ten. Guess what she would do? Juju was second.
She would be way bigger than Caitlin Clark.
Juju was second in scoring behind Caitlin Clark as a freshman. You put her in that weak Big Ten conference, she goes bananas.
Second in scoring?
Bananas. Easily. It's much different. This is why I say this, love. What Caitlin Clark did is very similar to what people are having pom-poms about when it comes to Riley.
Oh,
Look at what he did at Duke. That ain't Notre Dame, dog.
They ain't Notre Dame, man.
And we keep trying to warn people.
He's a big dog in a small pond in Duke.
Thank you.
Being a big dog at a big dog school, when
that's different.
You're not even like, if this was a basketball team, you're not even the second or third option. Our first, second, and third options is you. That's what we looking at. You coming in to complement that. As before, you were that at Duke. So it's just like, can you even play?
Let me school people. Because our good friend Andrew, UConn had a dynasty. Guess when the keys got passed to Michael Jordan? Did they get passed in the playoffs or through the regular season of the NBA season? When did the keys get passed to him?
Playoffs.
No. The keys were officially passed that this is his league when he went.
Oh, and played with Magic and
with the Dream Team.
Dream Team
amongst all the best.
Yes, yeah.
And got to the mountaintop and nobody could deny it.
Yeah.
That's when the other greats said, that's the dude.
And this is non-televised. This is
non-televised at practice. That's documented.
Yeah, documented. They all talk about it.
They didn't give Mike the keys until he proved it against the best of the big dogs. You ain't proving nothing playing in Iowa, dude.
No.
Nothing.
No.
And you didn't win a chip? Nothing. Go to the WNBA.
Asia Wilson not respecting that.
Wait. Then people got mad when Diana Taurasi on her coverage with Sue Bird the other night in semifinals was like, oh, we waiting on her. I told, what up? Oh, the WNBA is waiting on her. She can't dribble. She can't dribble. Her left hand is suspect.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we can critique her game. They're waiting.
Because that's their job.
It's two Raven Johnsons on every WNBA team.
That just play defense.
It's
they don't care. They
athletic deep out waiting. That's my job.
Shooting.
Pick her up, roll court. Every team has two Raven Johnsons.
Oh yeah. And they
And wait a
big. They
minute.
way bigger in the
Can
league.
I tell you something else that people won't admit? She doesn't like to defend. She has no interest in defending. That's why they hide her. They hide her on the worst player offensively every game. She can't hide in the WNBA.
No.
Can't hide. Can't hide. Can't hide. Oh, so when Diana Taurasi said, "Oh, it's going to be a rude awakening," like, oh yeah.
I don't think Caitlin is acting as if she's gonna walk in there.
No. Caitlin's not acting like that. It's the people.
Yeah, it's
like
the
she's
people.
just, she's gonna average 30 in the WNBA. Okay,
No.
All right. She's not even gonna be the best player on her team. Aaliyah
No,
Boston is gonna be the best player on her team.
She's just gonna be a really good shooter on a team until she develops the other.
I'm not gonna disrespect her like that.
You think she's gonna be an instant playmaker like Enrique?
She's a really good playmaker. She's a good passer, bro.
She's got to be able to handle the ball, though.
No. Her handle, she can work at.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, these are
when
not
she first
things
gets on the team, she's gonna pick and pop. They're gonna set a bunch of screens.
I'm fairly critiquing what she's going to have to get better at. But I'm telling you, she's a natural shooter and she's a natural passer. She's going to make people better. If the coach knows what they're doing, she's going to make people better. She can really pass the ball. Hannah Stokey blew about 2 or 3 layups yesterday on like lead passes. That was phenomenal. Like her vision, she's fantastic, bro. She's fantastic. No, I don't sound like Skip Bayless. I actually averaged over 5 points a game when I played.
Wait a minute, you saw Skip shooting them threes against getting ready for Cam Newton?
I can't. Larry Bird had 0 championships at Indiana State. Guess when Larry Bird won championships? When he got around other dogs.
Yeah.
Y'all just mad. No, Larry Bird didn't do anything. He didn't win. Did he win? Did he win championships? Magic can talk. Greg Kelser can talk. Everybody on Michigan State can talk about this. Can Larry Bird talk about a national championship in college? No.
That's why he's chasing one on in the Pacers.
So, can Larry Bird be talked about in the pantheon of GOATs in college basketball? No.
Not college basketball.
No. He didn't win. No. And yes, it was wait a minute. See, people they get amnesia. They get amnesia, left. Where did Larry Bird go to win? Where did he go to win? Indiana State. No, Indiana
State. Yeah.
Yes. Where couldn't he hack it? He transferred from Indiana. He couldn't be amongst the other big dogs and be a big dog. He had to go to a small pond and become a big dog.
That's when he started doing that talking stuff.
How did that work out for him? Now, Larry Bird went on to become one of the best players in the NBA. But that happened because he was with other big dogs. Yep. See, that's what happens. Iron sharpens iron, left.
That's really what it is.
He's one of the best players in the nation. Didn't it take a rocket science to figure he was going to put up crazy numbers at Indiana State? What are we talking about? Why couldn't he do it at Indiana?
Why couldn't he do it at Indiana?
I don't want to hear nothing about Bob Knight. Don't want to hear nothing about Bob Knight. There's a bunch of players that endured Bob Knight. And Isaiah Thomas endured Bob Knight.
Yeah.
And won a championship. Quinn Buckner from Chicago endured Bob Knight. Went undefeated. Won a championship. I don't want to hear nothing about Bob Knight. I don't want to hear nothing about it. Larry Bird is one of the greatest offensive players that ever come through college basketball. He ain't a great. Magic is a great. Magic can be considered one of the GOATs. Bird can't because he didn't win.
College, yeah,
he didn't win. He's not even in the conversation. That's it. Y'all get mad all you want to. That's all we're trying to say. Stop putting people in conversations. Stop putting J. Cole in conversations. He has no right to be in that conversation. That's what I'm saying. People always want to put people in conversations before they accomplish things, dude.
J. Cole doesn't want to be in that conversation.
Michael Jordan had no reason being in the conversation of the GOAT until 92. And I'm a Chicago dude. He didn't have the right. I don't care how talented he was. I don't care how many points he had put up. I don't care how many shoes he had sold. He had no rights to enter into that conversation until he won a championship. And when he won a championship in 91, it was only right that the keys were given to him. Why? Because he was part of the conversation. Caitlin Clark was never deserved to be part of the conversation.
No.
She didn't have nothing. No championships. No. She's not one of the top 5 greatest of all time in college basketball. No. She doesn't have a championship.
Statistically, she's good, but that's not enough.
But that's a different conversation, Left.
That's why Liz. That's why. What's her name? The lady that was honored for 43 years of the record and stuff. She don't even believe Caitlin broke the record.
And see, people are not gonna like this, Left, because she was a hater. A lot of people came after her.
They definitely came after her.
You know who has the all-time record for points? Because it was similar narrative, right? People said if she beats South Carolina, she's going to have a big game, right?
Yep.
Is that not what they said?
Yep.
You're going to have a huge game. Realize in both losses in the championship game, she has 30.
Yeah.
So when she had the opportunity to have the monster game that everybody admitted she had to have in order to win, did she do it? No. Nope. What do we say about Michael Jordan and the great ones, Love?
That he won in the clutch.
No, you can't come for me. No. It's not even that. LeBron, Mike, Kobe, when it comes to the moment, they play above their average.
That's right.
Their norm and what they do. What did LeBron do against Golden State to get over the hump? 40.
Yeah.
Triple-double.
Oh, he
went above and beyond. Did he not? Mike. In the playoffs, his playoff average is above his regular season average. Kobe, his postseason average is above his regular season average. What did Caitlin do in her 2 big moments? Average. No, what average, she does all the time, that's what she did. She got the opportunity, and she did what she does. She had the opportunity to score 40. She didn't do it. She had the opportunity against LSU. She didn't do it. She had the opportunity against South Carolina. She didn't do it. She didn't do it because we're talking about being a great, right? We're talking about being a great, a GOAT, right? When you get those moments, you have to do it. That's it. And it's matter of fact, you can love her, you can like her. She didn't do it. Refute me. She had 30 in both losses. She averages 31. She didn't do it. She didn't do it. That's a fact. Y'all can try to protect her all you want to. She had the opportunity. She didn't do it. Riley Leonard, any other quarterback from Notre Dame, we don't care who it is. They're going to be part of a really good team that's talented, and they're going to have to put up or shut up and do it. That's it. That's it. So don't sit up here and try to say, but she scored 30. Everybody in the world knew in order to beat the better team, she was going to have to score more than 30 to win that game. She didn't do it. She didn't do it. Everybody knew that Iowa didn't have the talent South Carolina had. Fact. Everybody knew that Don Staley was a better coach than Lisa Blue. Facts. All the advantages were on South Carolina's side. How was Iowa going to win? Anybody that knows basketball knows in this moment, Caitlin Clark is going to have to come out and have a monster game. She's going to have to carry them to victory. Did she do it? Answer the question. Answer the question. Did she have a monster game? I don't care what South Carolina had. She came out on fire, put up 18. They were up double digits. Were they not? Were they not, Left?
They were.
Were they not? The other 3 quarters, she averaged 4 points a quarter, ladies and gentlemen. 4. That ain't gold. That ain't gold. Because we'll point out everybody else's bad performances in championships games, but we have to protect the media, darling. We got to protect it. We got to make excuses for her. No, you have to make excuses for what's right in front of you. In 2 championship games, she averaged below her regular season average. Period. You can't fight that. GOATs don't do that in big moments. GOATs step up in big moments and elevate their game. She didn't.
Yeah.
The Notre Dame quarterback position this year is going to have to elevate their game. I don't care who's under center. Riley Leonard's going to have to be better than he's been previously. Steve Angeli's going to have to be better than he's ever been. Kenny Minchie, if he plays, is going to have to be better than he's ever been.
Ever been.
Period. Because we're talking about national championships and playoffs, right?
Yeah.
That's big moments. What have we been saying, Left? No matter who the quarterback is, we don't care about this regular season. This season is not about the regular season. Somebody, as a signal caller for Notre Dame this year, is going to have to elevate their game above what they did in the regular season.
Yes.
That's it.
That's what
it's all
Arike
about.
did.
That's what it's
Arike
all about.
raised her level of play.
That's it. That's it.
Regular season, and she raised it in the playoffs. 2 clutch back-to-back game-winning shots. That only comes when you rise to the occasion. And it's not, you can't go into the playoffs with a standard bag that you had. You've been rocking the Michael's Kors all regular season, but you got to upgrade to that Louis V in the playoffs. That's where they get it mixed. They think they can take that same effort, that same OVO Hidalgo effort. And you would think it's the same teams going to, no. The environment is different. You got to raise it. What you thought was good ain't good enough. Just what it is in the playoffs.
It's not, bro. It's not. I don't hear no excuses, bro. Ain't nobody's making excuses for Paige Beckers. Did anybody make excuses for Paige Beckers?
No.
When she had 30 points. Wait. No. When she was had 30 points sitting on the bench the other night with a chance to win the game, and they called a questionable offensive foul.
It was super questionable.
And didn't give her the opportunity to win that game against Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
She went up against Caitlin Clark of Iowa with 30 points. McDonald's All-Americans on the bench. Did any of these people making excuses for Caitlin Clark? Did they make excuses for Paige Beckers the other night when she lost? No. That goes to show you people pick and choose who they want to make excuses for and who they want to argue for.
They
pick and choose because they didn't do the same thing for Paige Beckers, coming off of 2 ACLs, who was actually seen as the better player 2 years ago. They didn't make excuses for Paige Beckers the other night. They were too focused on making sure they had the pom-poms going for the other player. See, no one wants to be fair and properly critique. No one wants to do that. No one wants to do that. We got to, no matter what happens, win or lose, we have to protect Caitlin Clark at all costs. Now, you can't protect her. Not going to the next level, ain't no protection. Ain't no protection.
Ain't no protection for you.
None, no protection. Don't get mad at us. I'm just echoing. Wait a minute. I'm just echoing what Breanna Stewart said. They asked Breanna Stewart. Team USA is practicing right now. They asked Breanna Stewart, is she a GOAT? Breanna Stewart was like, no, she ain't won nothing.
Hey, girls gonna tell you how it is. They ain't gonna sugarcoat it.
Diana Taurasi, no, she ain't won nothing. Cynthia Cooper, no. So all the greats that have won, that said in order to be in this room with us, you got to win one. All of them are haters.
They not showing their love. That's for sure.
All of them are haters. We just flat out said Caitlin Clark is the greatest offensive weapon to come through women's college basketball. But that greatest player all time stuff, y'all got to stop.
You got to stop that.
Y'all got to stop. Barry Sanders, you mentioned Barry Sanders. He's the greatest running back of all time. And I'm from Chicago. I have no problem. For me to say that being from Chicago, that's a lot.
That's right.
That's a lot. That's a lot. However, he is not in the top 5 of greatest football players. He ain't win one, bro. He can't go in there with a you know something Walter Payton can tell Barry? I won one.
Yeah, he can.
I carried a franchise and won one. You know what Jerry can tell him? I won one. You know what Tom Brady can tell him? I won one. You know what Pat can tell him? I won a couple. I'm sorry, Barry. You can be great in your own right. You ain't in that room, bro. I'm sorry. You're not in that room. You have to go to the other room with the Calvin Johnsons, with the other great player. Go to the room with the Stephon. Well, no, I don't want to say the Stephon Diggs. That's disrespectful. That cat Stephon Diggs is like on a lower floor. My bad. All I'm saying is, dude, y'all stop. This society wants to congratulate losing, bruh. That's why they wanted to bring Iowa to the White House last year.
Oh, yeah.
We have gotten to the place that we want to congratulate losing. You lost, it's cool, everything's equal. No, it's not. All things are not equal, and that's okay. It's okay to be Notre Dame. It's okay to be one of the most influential brands in college football. It's cool to still be called to the table when they meet about what the future of college football is. But guess what? You ain't won in over 30 years. So take it. When other fan bases said y'all ain't won nothing, take it. It comes with the territory. They're right. They're right, Left. They're right. We have not won in over 30 years. It hurts, but we got to eat it. We got to eat it. And you know why you eat it now? You know why you eat it now? When we do hoist the trophy, it's going to taste that much better. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And that's why Caitlin Clark, I respect her. The way she handles it. She knows how to take L's. I applaud her parents, bro. She comes across to me as a young lady that has been raised the right way, has been given the proper resources and tools to handle not winning. Because in the long run, it's going to benefit her. And if she didn't get a championship in college, if she hoists that WNBA trophy, it's going to be that much sweeter.
People going to remember too.
And they're going to remember. She should remember. It should be motivation for her. It should be motivation for her. But she doesn't need protection, bro. No. Let her go on her journey. Let her hoop.
Because I don't think she's ever talked about, I'm the greatest. She's never really been in that space.
She's a competitor. She knows. She don't have to talk. She knows she needs to win to be in that room. She knows, Left. Competitors know.
Competitors know.
They know. I can't be mentioned unless I win. They know that, Left. All this other conjecture that's brought about from media and fans, it's just stuff to bring up conversation.
That's all it is.
The competitors know. They know. Left, you can sit there and talk about what could have been with the 2015 Notre Dame team. But if I had faced off against the SHAUN at Clemson, if I had gotten a chance to go up against Alabama in that game, we can sit up here and talk for days about what if for the fifth we all be drunk.
If for a fifth, we definitely all be drunk for sure.
The truth of the matter is, it didn't happen. Things went the way they went, and guess what? Life went on. And even though you took L's via injury in other areas, look at your life now, bro. Look at your seed. Look at your development and properties. Notre Dame degree. Podcast, CBS Sports. Look at what you're doing, bro. You're winning.
You're winning.
You're winning. 2015 didn't define you. And see, people get it mixed up because they think people critiquing Caitlin Clark is defining her. We don't define her. She writes her own story.
Yeah, she wrote it this far.
She wrote it this far. And she wrote it without people protecting her. And she's going to continue writing it without people protecting her. And I'm going to tell people the same way I said it last year. Let the girl hoop. People on both sides of the coin. You have never heard me say anything bad about that young lady as a person. You have never heard me call her an awful person. You've never heard me get into any debate about her versus Angel Reese and what they do. What did I tell people? Let them hoop. Let them compete. That's what they're doing. But if we're going to talk about critiquing the game, I'm all for that. Because the game is the game.
Game is
the game. And the things that I said were weaknesses in her game popped up in the semifinal and popped up in the final against South Carolina. Period. That's it. And she's going to have to tighten that up before she gets to the WNBA.
That's it.
If she doesn't, it's going to be a problem.
Because the girl got game now. We can't just
like you people, when you try to anoint people before they're ready or before they are accomplished, What did you say about not preheating the oven right, left?
Yeah, you gotta let the thing.
And what happens to the dish?
It's not the same, man. You believe in something that you don't know. But you gotta let it do its thing, because then you'll have the exact form of what the food is supposed to be. If you let it do its thing now, if you rush it and you prejudge it, you put it in too early, you're gonna have all type of speculations. But if you get it to the right temperature and you put it in at the right time and let it develop itself, don't tell the story for it. Let it just develop. It's already got everything it needs. That's where you're gonna find your magic.
And see, like someone in the chat was like, yo, Notre Dame didn't win because, you know, they this, that, and other. Education, that's fine and dandy. Notre Dame chose. Notre Dame made the choice. Just like the other schools made the choice not to give a darn about education, Notre Dame made the choice to give a darn about education, knowing that it's going to become more difficult for them to win because of that. They made that choice. So now they have to be accountable and responsible to that. And the fact still remains. They have not won in over 30 years. Yeah. There's no running from that. There's no running from that. And that's fine. I'll debate till the cows come home. So Ohio State fans, Michigan fans, USC fans, Clemson fans, Alabama fans, Georgia fans. I'm standing 10 toes down, rocking with Notre Dame.
That's right.
But when they say you have not won since 88, I can't refute that.
Can't refute it.
I can't run from that. I can't. And somebody else said, so Dawn Staley was capping? No. Dawn Staley didn't call that girl. She said she's one of the GOATs.
Yeah, she said she's one of the GOATs.
And she gave her credit for what she did for the game of women's basketball.
Yeah.
We already said that. I said that last year. I said that when they got 12 million viewers for the LSU game. I predicted they were going to trump that. I said that record is not going to stand but for a week.
Yeah.
Because if they did that for LSU, if they meet South Carolina, the best player against the best team, they're crushing that. On a Sunday afternoon, oh, they're killing that. I also said they might get more viewers than the men's game. I said that too.
But they played at 3 o'clock.
Oh, it's perfect time. That's right after church, boy. What you talking about?
But a championship game?
Yeah, they let the church folks come home, get to Big Mama's house, sit down for dinner. Right there.
When have you ever seen a championship game in the middle of the day?
Man, that's perfect time. Perfect time. Hey, I'm gonna be honest before we get to Mike Denbrock. Jace, that's perfect timing, bro. I believe left. I'm gonna be honest. I believe, man, they need to do something. They really need to do something with this. Man, it's too late, man. This bad tip tonight is like 9 o'clock.
That's what I'm saying.
9:15 Eastern.
Yeah.
Like,
whoa.
Kids are in the bed. Yeah. I think the tip is like 8:17 Chicago time.
Oh shit. Okay, see that's too long. That's too long.
That's what I'm saying. That's
it
crazy.
Should have been. I thought it was 7. Like, you know, they do 7:30 or 5 or something. They do it 9 o'clock.
8:20 my time, bro. It's tip 8:20 my time.
What are they gonna be doing before then?
That's what I'm saying. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
little
crazy.
kids have to be in the bed, my man.
Yeah,
oh, this half the game.
They acting like it's like one of these West Coast NBA games. Like,
dude, the women's game is getting it right. Sunday, 3 o'clock. Man,
I was at brunch. I had turned around. I'm like, wait a minute, is that the championship game?
You know, you go to church, you come home. Big Mama got the mac and cheese with the chicken ready for you. Yesterday was actually steak, broccoli, and potatoes that my mom had waiting for us.
Yeah,
I'm sitting right there, ribeye in hand.
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't even need steak sauce, by the way, Mama. Beautiful job. You marinated it with the Cajun joint, Cajun ribeye. Fantastic. Yo, and sat there and watched Iowa, South Carolina with the fam. Perfect, left. They're getting it right. I'm gonna be honest. The women's side is making really good decisions, while the men's side, I don't know what the heck is going on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on either. That's kind of crazy.
That's crazy. 9 o'clock. I have to wait till 9 o'clock Eastern for a championship game.
It doesn't sound right.
Man. It's ridiculous. And I know I would question whether or not they should move it. Historically, that Monday night has been spectacular.
Yeah.
What's wrong with doing it back to back, Left? Can you imagine if they had stacked a 3 o'clock game with a 6 o'clock game? If they had gone from the women's game right into UConn and Purdue, can you imagine the numbers they would have done yesterday? Because you take that crowd and immediately transfer it over to the men's game.
Because they're in different cities too now.
Yes. Yeah. They do the same thing in the Elite Eight. They leave one location and they go to the second location on the same day. Sunday, 3 o'clock, women's, 6 o'clock, men's. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. It 9 o'clock on Monday.
Nobody.
That's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous, yo. They do the same thing because the championship game of football is on Monday night, right?
Yeah.
It's on Monday night. I don't know if that might need to be moved. I know some people were saying they should do it on Friday night. Possibly do it on Friday night with the expansion. It's tough, man. The weekend is always best for championship games.
Always.
And John Massey said it's goofy to have it on Monday. Yeah, that's Jim Crow. I'm sorry, man. You need to do a little bit more research, my brother. If you think she's the GOAT all time in college, you need to go.
You ain't been watching enough.
Yeah, you go watch Tamika Holtzclaw, who won 4 straight championships and then won 3 straight championships in college. Go watch that. Oh, dude, y'all have to do some more research. Y'all just caught up in the glitz and glamour. Go do some actual research of the greats. This woman actually won 6. That's like Kareem type stuff. And you mean to tell me someone with no team success on the resume, I'm supposed to compare them to that? That's like, okay. Who's the better coach, Neil Ivey or Muffin McGraw?
Oh man, don't ask me that.
No, Neil Ivey hasn't won.
She hasn't won championship. You're absolutely right. As a head coach, but
let me put up stats. Who's put more first rounders into the NBA? John Calipari.
Easily.
Go look at his resume.
That's of records. They won't fire him. They're not going to fire him.
All time. No, he took the Arkansas job today. He left Kentucky.
Calipari just left?
He left. At some point, you can't pick and choose when championships matter.
Yeah.
Sir, you can't say championships matter over here, but when it comes to Caitlin Clark, championships shouldn't matter. No, either they matter or they don't.
Yeah.
Either they matter or they don't. Period. Either they matter or they don't, man. And if you just feel like they don't matter, then I know your requirements. I'm cool. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. For years, I had to hear Boston fans and LA fans and NBA fans and Detroit fans tell me, don't say nothing to me about Michael Jordan. He hasn't won a championship. I took it, Left. Yeah. I took it. I said, you're right. He hasn't won a thing. Even though I think individually, he's the greatest player in the league. There's no one like him. You're right. He hasn't beaten anybody. You're right. But when that 91 championship was over, I pulled up to the table and said, let's talk. Let's talk. Because y'all told me I couldn't come up to this table until certain things happened.
And you remember.
And I remember.
Yeah.
And I remember. That's it. I remember. I took it. See, that's what I'm trying to encourage these Caitlin Clark fans. You still got an opportunity. She's going to WNBA. She has a chance to win a championship.
Yes.
But until then, hush. Because I took it. I took it from NBA fans, Boston fans, Laker fans, Detroit Pistons fans, Cleveland Cavalier fans. I took it. And this is in a pre-social media era. I'm talking about just having family in Detroit, just having family up on the East Coast, having family out in LA. I took it, Left. I took it. But when he won that first one, yes, you darn right, I pulled up.
They had to know at that point.
Yeah, move to the side, make room, because I'm about to talk that ish. I'm about to talk. No, you can't come up. You can't pull up. What you pulling up with? Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna make a room at that table. Breonna Stewart's not making room at that table. She told you.
She's not.
She's sitting at that table. C3 is not making room at that table. She told you. Cheryl Swoops, they've been telling y'all, we ain't making room at this table until she wins. And she didn't do it.
And didn't do it.
So guess what? She still has an opportunity for y'all that love her to be able to pull up to the table at the next level. She can shut Diana Taurasi up. She can shut all the UConn haters up. She can shut everybody up. Cheryl Swoops, Cynthia Cooper, she can shut them all up. Shut them up. She has the opportunity. Period. She has the opportunity. And that's all I've been saying, bro. I'm not telling you to do something, Caitlin Clark fans, that I haven't been through, that I haven't done as a fan.
He was there.
I've been through it. And it's the kicker. Wait a minute. I was defending a dude. You know what's so funny? Left? I was defending a dude that won a national championship as a freshman.
As a freshman.
I was defending a dude that had a gold medal before he got to the NBA, Left. He had winning on his resume, and I still had to defend him. Still. But guess what? I couldn't refute. He hasn't done it on this level.
Yep.
You can talk about gold medals. You can talk about college. When it comes to the NBA, he hasn't done it on this level. And I'm fine with that, Left. I'm fine with that. That encourages me, Left. You know, in this transition in life, you know what I've had people tell me, Left, as I step into leadership without my pops? You know what I've had people walk up to me and say?
What?
You're doing a good job.
Yeah.
But you're not him. You know what? I can't even refute that right now.
Can't even refute it. Yeah.
Can't even refute it.
Okay.
I look at what he took from the ground up. I look at what he built. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. Give me a few years. I'll pull up. When I pull up to the table in a few years, let's talk.
Yeah.
I got some championships to win.
Yeah, you got to win some championships. You got to get some amazing things first.
And guess what? I'm going to win them.
Yeah.
I'm going to win them.
Yeah.
I got some things. I got a vision board too. Watch. I don't need my wife defending me. I don't need my daughter defending me. No. Either I'm going to pull up, or either I'm going to win or I won't.
Or you won't.
That's it. And y'all got to stop. That's why I said, man, I don't agree with people that's got the pom-poms. I don't agree with people that try to say silly stuff like Caitlin Clark going to be the Ryan Leaf. Nah, man, y'all bug. Now y'all really don't know hooping. If y'all think she's about to go flop, if you think she's about to go to the WNBA and flop, come on, man. Y'all gotta do better than that.
Yeah.
We gotta do better than that. Come on, man. We gotta do better than that. But you know what I'm super excited about, Left? That you get the opportunity to hear your former coach talk offense. You might be a little jealous. You got a year left?
Yeah, listen, I got a medical year and I got a gray shirt left.
Okay, Left. Okay, Left. We might have to bring you out of retirement, bro. We might have to bring you out of retirement, boy. Because after you hear your coach, you might give a call to the people down at you might, Left.
You won't have to.
You might. You might do some things. Lucky Lefty Podcast. We'll be back. We're here from Mike Denbrock. Man, we love you guys. Stay tuned. Stay locked in. LL Nation.
What's up, family? The merch shop is finally here. Lucky Lefty Network merch shop. We got it all. From the shirts to the hoodies to the hats to the nitty gritties. Come here right now. Shop with us. Come get the swag because you know, if anything else, we spin it different. You see the Grady, you see how we get down. It's elite.
I want you to change positions. Now stroke it, baby. Stroke it, I think you're truly something special. Just what my
Lucky Lefty podcast, back at it. Onora Whiskey, OnoraWhiskey.com, that premium American whiskey, OnoraWhiskey.com. Apple Podcasts, YouTube, here we go.
come to me, I can't really explain it. I'm so into you. I really like the truth. You come to me,
YouTube, subscribe, share, hit that like button. We appreciate all. Mike Denbrock joined the media. We're going to talk about Al Golden tomorrow because Al Golden said some stuff. Al Golden was talking that ish, bro. He was okay. I'm like, Al, you feeling yourself, boy? Either
Al
you know,
talking like that?
boy. Al was talking like he got some dogs left.
Yeah.
You know, Al back in the day, you know, he first got that. Al was on that. Well, I'm just trying to teach, trying to learn these guys. Al was on that. Man, they're super smart. You remember that? When he was talking about how smart the guys were.
That's right.
Now it's like that. I ain't gotta talk about how smart they are. I got some dogs.
Oh shoot.
They're athletic.
Oh shoot.
This kid on the back end can do this. This kid at linebacker can do this. Now we're talking about physical attributes. We're talking about playmaking. We ain't talking about smarts no more left.
We're not talking about something we can't see.
No,
we ain't talking about stuff we can't see.
Tangible. Now you're talking about the tangible things. You gotta love it. I'm like, okay. Al Golden got a little new money, feeling good in this position.
Yeah.
Got some dogs on the roster. Okay. I see you, Al. That's
what you want to hear, though. About time.
Hey, man. You say it all the time, Left. I'm tired of hearing this about Notre Dame. I don't want to hear how nice we are, how smart we are, how our GPA is fired. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear that. I want to hear some cats talking about, man, I'm coming to go to the NFL. I want to hear that Sean Sibiliano Jr.
Yeah.
I'm coming here to take a spot to get to the league. And in the meanwhile, I'll just take that degree with me.
I'll just take the degree with me. Yeah.
Take the degree with me.
That's a consolation prize at this point.
Oh, it's still my heart, clutch my pearls, Left. How dare anybody come to Notre Dame and the education not be the number one reason? How dare players like Deuce Knight actually have a vision of winning a national championship and going to the NFL?
How dare he
real about
something like that?
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Deuce who dominated his region of Elite 11.
That's right.
The invitation to the Elite 11 finals, which we knew was coming.
Now
all of a sudden, people are starting to say what you said and what I said. He's the number one quarterback in the class.
That's right.
Size, speed. What did you say, Love? Notre Dame ain't never recruited nothing like that. I think not like that. Not at that position.
Not at that position.
No, he's different. I love Kenny Minchie. I love CJ Carr. That kid is different.
Yeah.
He's different. He's flat out different. One of them is going to change. One of them is going to be that dude, Left. Remember what we just talked about? One of those guys is going to be the quarterback that pulls up to that table. Like, hey, Brady, Joe, y'all move over. I'm here.
It's going to be one of them.
Here. It's going to be beautiful to watch, boy. You got Joe Montana, right? You got, Brady Quinn. Brady Quinn is like the Caden Clark of quarterbacks in Notre Dame, dog. People just love that cat Brady, boy.
Oh, they
love Brady Quinn.
Different Brady's draws, man.
Joe Theismann, all of the great quarterbacks that have won national championships. CJ Carr, Kenny Minchie, Deuce Knight. I'll go ahead and predict one of the three is going to pull up to that table.
One of them.
Tell Mr. Montana, hey, man.
One of them going to do it. I think so, too. I think that's
Tony.
Great observation.
Tony, can you scoot over for me? Tony Rice? I'm here, dog. Let's talk. What y'all talking about? What we
What talking about? Yeah, what we talking
what we sipping on? Y'all got some manure? You got some manure? Left, y'all got to start making, man, you and Tavon, y'all got to come up with the cigars, bro.
Oh my goodness!
You got to get the cigars to go with the Onora, bro,
Yeah,
for the quarterback table, baby.
That's right. The quarterback table. We got to get that.
For that future conversation that's going to take place.
It's going to take place because it's like you think LeBron had the barbershop. We're going to have the cigar talk. Cigar table.
Yeah. We can have an honest conversation now. Yo, does Brady Quinn deserve to be at that table?
No.
No. I want to ask Air Nation because they just got through protecting.
Oh goodness.
They just got through protecting. Does Brady Quinn deserve to be at the table when it comes to the GOATs of quarterbacking at Notre Dame? Y'all just answer the question. That's all.
Oh, that's a very emotional question now.
Hey, it's an honest question. I want to see if they're going to be consistent. Left.
This is the one uneven. This is like asking black people how they feel about Obama. It don't matter what he did. He's gonna get that. He's gonna get that pass.
Oh, now you talk. Hey, yeah, we are not, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking at two dudes that are not allowed to critique the presidency of Barack Obama. Okay, we do it anyway. But we're not allowed. For some reason within our culture, we're not allowed. And
no, we can't. No,
we have to quiet
down.
Together. We have to speak to each other to critique it. Man.
No, straight up.
Yes, John Massey, like that Alabama Boondock. I mean that Obama Boondocks episode. Yes.
Oh yes.
Yes, that's a great reference. Like, yo, that's what problem. Man, people just can't. It's easy. There's a scripture that says it's easy to love those that love you.
Yes.
The true test is, can you love those that don't love you? See, it's easy to love those that look like you, have similar backgrounds to you. That's easy. Have the same agreement on topics as you, but can you love and applaud those people for their successes? Can you be objective? Can you critique them? Can you tell them where they're wrong? Right? That's why you're someone's best friend. Not because you agree with everything they do, because you're the one that can flat out tell them, hey, bro, that ain't it. That ain't it. You're wrong. Yeah, you're wrong, bro. So that's what we do. That's why we spend it different, bro. Because we're not afraid to go and grab the Notre Dame fan by the shoulder and say, that ain't it. I know you might feel like that's the direction to go, but that you don't want to go down.
Not gonna happen.
No, don't go that way. Come on, come out this room. Come on out this room. Something bad is gonna happen. Come on out. Love You Lefty podcast, man. That's all. We're family. We're a community. We got too much love for you.
Too much love for you.
Yeah, we don't want you to send yourself off.
No,
man. Mike Denbrock, what's up with this offense, my brother?
Yeah, let's call it Notre Dame's offense, right? But I think we're making progress, and that's really the hope, is that every day we get a little bit better at the specifics and the details of what we're asking these guys to do, and we're making progress there. It's painful to watch at times when we don't see adjustments and we don't quite know yet how to fix some of the problems that a defense can present us, but when we do and we make the plays, then it's pretty fun to watch. So we're in that process, and it's going to be into fall camp before that process even really, I think, takes root. We're trying to get it to take root. We all want it to take root as fast as humanly possible, but the reality of the situation is there's a process that's got to be gone through, and we're kind of in the middle of that, about halfway through spring. So I like what I've seen. I love our competitiveness, and we'll see how detailed we can get and how specific we can get about understanding how to do our job consistently well all the time.
Then what have been your impressions of the offensive line so far, and is that picture starting to kind of clear up a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, there's a number of guys in competition there that I think are doing really, really good work. Coach Golden's defensive scheme is one that throws a lot of different things at you. And just to get all those guys on the same page and get those guys working together is a work in progress. But I love their toughness. I love their approach to their work every day. We get better with that unit as we go, which is great to see. So I'm excited about where it's headed.
It's funny. We just got called racist, bro. That's funny.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
Left, who did you say was the GOAT? Who did you say was the all-time GOAT?
For
For women's.
Breonna Stewart,
Oh, what color is she, Left?
alien.
Oh, okay. Lucky Lefty podcast. That was Mike Denbrock. See, that's the type of foolishness. People go to foolishness like that when they don't have a comeback. Like, you don't have any facts to come back with, so you go to that. Like, we just said that someone of a similar race is the GOAT, but you want to use race as an excuse. Go ahead, Left. It's funny. People expose themselves. It's funny how people expose themselves. Go ahead, Left.
Yeah, but I think Denbrock is right on key with where you should be for an offense that's in year one against let's be honest, it's probably one of the better defense we'll see all year that we're seeing every day in practice. So I can understand the whole being frustrated at times, but it's going to come together because Denbrock knows that he's not going to see a defense that's throwing a bunch of stuff at him like Al Golden, and that's why he mentioned it. So if we can figure out these adjustments early in camp, just imagine the adjustments we'll have against teams that aren't top 10 defenses. So I think for Denbrock, he's like, yeah, I would want to push the pedal to the metal because I'm used to having that 2-year build at LSU. And at year 3, he's probably like eyes closed, head down kind of thing. But with the restart process, essentially trying to get guys on board one step at a time and all that, he's seeing a lot of positive, but he's also seeing where this team can grow offensively, and it's just going to take some time.
I'm excited because the first thing he said that impressed me, because we keep hearing the Denbrock offense, the Denbrock offense, the Denbrock offense. And when he was asked that question, it was posed to him like, man, what is it about the Denbrock offense? He was like, whoa, let's call it the Notre Dame offense. I said,
that's right.
Transformation is taking place. And I went back to practice, the players talking about how excited they are about the explosive plays, the opportunities. And Mike Denbrock is trying to get them to realize this is the norm. This is the new norm in Notre Dame.
Yeah.
We're not getting up, doing first down, acting like we haven't been here. This is what we do. This is the new norm for Notre Dame offense. Get back to the huddle because we're trying to go tempo. We don't have time to waste talking. No, get back to the line. Let's go. Next play. Next big play. I love that because he's doing more. He's changing the culture, Left. He's not changing the offense. While he's simultaneously changing the offense, there's a simultaneous change of culture offensively.
That's right.
That's happening at Notre Dame. And that within itself is just as important, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's, Denbrock's not a guy to dilly-dally. He wants to get his stuff in, and you got to be on point and adjust and know how to go with the flow. It's not going to be perfect at first, but the more reps, he's a rep guy, more reps you take at it, the better the possibilities of things that can happen for you. So it's one of those things, man, where you're getting the right culture type of guy. There's all types of coaches, but Denbrock's a very wholesome type of coach. He's going to bring you along on a football level, but also on a team level where he knows to put guys in the right position. And honestly, I think this is what Notre Dame needs, something of a centerpiece. How Al Golden is. Al Golden is the rock of that defense, and you have other special parts that come off of that, like a Mike Mickens, like a Bullock, like a Biaggi and Al Washington. So as long as you got that base, that core pillar, you can build and do anything around it, and build on top of it, build on the side of it. It all comes into play. So for a guy like Mike Denbrock, it's awesome to see him be that calming in the midst of the storm for these guys that they can trust. They know that, okay, if I could just lock in and learn from the previous mistakes, I can be all right because he's going to put us in position. And that's all you really can ask for when you're developing an offense in the first year. mean, it's the first year. We ain't talking about year 3 or 4. First year, you're going to have a lot of wrinkles to work out and also a lot of opportunities to find who can do what. The spring is about who can do what. Until you get into Al Golden's year, where he's like, no, we got the system running.
Mm-hmm.
I can acknowledge and see where the talent is and where it can fit right away. Before, we were just trying to put the framework together. Now we got programs that we install and that's ready to upload and ready to go. So that's where Al Golden is, in my opinion, feeling way more comfortable because at year 3, you're not feeling like year 1. Where Denmark after year 1 feels. He's like, man, this shit's frustrating sometimes, but when we get it, it looks good, and we just got to keep figuring it out from there.
Lucky Lefty podcast. I love using facts and intelligence to expose people that always want to keep race at the core of conversations. You know, when that's your go-to, y'all racist. We just had a full conversation with knowledgeable fans, and race didn't have to be mentioned until one that wants to live in that type of world brought it up. Hit dog holler. That's what they do.
That's what it is.
Hit dogs holler. That's all. And I'm not even the type that's gonna people like block them for what? Keep exposing yourself. I like to know who I'm dealing with. The explosiveness in this offense, bro. Let's talk about it.
I think it's important for our offense and them at the same time. So it just adds another dimension to what you're doing. Obviously, offensively, if you've got a threat coming out of the backfield, and we've got some very, very good, talented players at that position in particular, and we've got to use them in every aspect of what we're doing, whether that's getting them out of the backfield and letting them catch the ball, or splitting them out as wide receivers, or moving them around to different spots. Whatever gets our best players on the field, and there's a lot of talented players in that room.
What makes your offense so explosive? Kind of a two-part question. What makes it so explosive and successful? Then, how do you continue to get the tight ends and the receivers involved in this game where maybe last year the receivers weren't what we expected, and the tight ends had a huge part in the offense?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really it's an opportunity for them as kind of to learn that we want to be an offense that is up on our toes and in people's face when we play. We don't want to be back on our heels and adjusting to everything that the defense. We want to dictate the style of play with how we play. And to do that, you got to be aggressive. You got to be aggressive in how you call it, and you got to be aggressive in allowing the people that you're playing with to make plays and give them opportunities to make plays. So I think that's a big piece of it. And then, I think development-wise, wide receiver-wise, we're making some really strong strides there. I like where the tight ends are going, too. We don't have a bunch of healthy bodies there right now, but, Coop in particular has picked up the slack and done a really nice job.
Yo, you hear that? Tidbit. Cooper Flanagan is doing a really nice job. We said that after the first practice, didn't we, Love?
That's right.
Yo, this cat Cooper Flanagan is looking pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, I encourage all of you to go back and listen to these coaches and these press conferences and what they've been saying. They give you the tidbits that you really need for what your team has been doing during the spring. And sometimes I know you might have to really rightly divide between, what's hype, what's real, what's truth. But most of the time in there, they're really giving you some nuggets about players and things and how the program and the team is progressing. But go ahead, the explosiveness that he was talking about right there, Love.
Yeah, I mean, he probably is surprised by how fast a Chris Mitchell is, right? So he's even having to apologize and being like, damn, I thought he thought you know, but you didn't know. So I think that's the best part about what this offense brings, and it goes a lot with how Marcus Freeman has recruited this position and how he's recruited the team. He's recruited a team to where you're going to have some guys that you might look back and be like, we didn't have all of that a couple years ago. Where we have a surplus of guys where if they're just put in the right spot, we'll see them flash. We'll see a Chris Mitchell explode on scene where you're like, oh, that might be a way to really work the offense through. So I think for anything, Denmark's got to figure out it's only one football. He's trying to think about how to get two footballs on the field. Because that running game is going to be that running game. And I like the question the reporter asked, talking about how are you going to remember the tight ends at all? No, they're going to be there. You get all the hype on the receivers, all the hype on the running game. He's like, but are you going to forget about the?
Oh man, look, you know what? That is almost, it's funny because I was about to use a reference that I think it would have been a good reference, but I want to make sure people receive it right, so I'm not even going to mention it. We always have a way of pulling the past, right?
Yeah.
Like we're moving to the future, right?
Moving to bigger and better things.
Bigger and better things. Like, but what about the past?
What about
What about our tight end? Like, man, look here, bro.
They're gonna get incorporated. It just
if I get 2,000-yard receivers with double-digit touchdowns, I don't give a darn if we have a tight end that went over 5 catches. I don't care. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I know, and I don't want to say that, but that's
I
what
know.
needs to be said. I don't want to say that, but I'm not. We've seen the 1,000-yard Michael Mayer seasons, and that just ain't get us far enough.
LL Nation, are you cool with moving on from the era of tight ends?
Yeah, are you cool
being the
about
number one option? Are you cool with it? I'm cool. Left, you cool?
We gotta have a real yes. I'm very cool. I think
I'm
this
cool.
this is right where it should be.
I'm waiting to see the 1,000-yard receiver. Oh, I'm waiting. Can't wait.
Like where I went to church, man. They talk about gotta be desperate for God, man. Because God will change your perspective when you're desperate for God. I'm desperate for this 1,000-yard receiver. Or they say you gotta push, you gotta pray until something happens. We've been praying. Bible study, all that.
Fan base is desperate. I don't question whether or not the fan base is desperate. Notre Dame fans are desperate right now.
We desperate.
Oh yeah, we're desperate. We're flat out desperate.
Charlie Jones horror stories. We're desperate. Now it's finally going to change our perspective when we become desperate. To be opened up into how we supposed to get this done, and that's the 1,000-yard receiver.
I'm gonna have to listen. I think that might have been our boy Levon Whitaker that asked that question. I'm gonna have to text.
Yeah, it sounded like
bro.
It sounded like
hey, come on with this, man. We're moving to the future, bro.
We're not getting stuck on that, because don't get the message boards on fire now. Talking about what about the tight ends. That it's gonna be there. They may just have less attention, but it's gonna be there because we still got to worry about this running game. So we got so many different. There's only one football in every game.
So for that purpose, you would venture to say that it is truly somebody for the elevation of the wide receiver room. If someone's going to suffer, I'm cool with it being the tight end.
I'm cool. Yeah, I'm listening.
If a position has to take a step back, I'm cool with it being the tight ends.
And we'll still have productive tight ends. That's not saying they are going to fall off a cliff, because that we recruit is still tight end you. But listen, the narrative and the perspective and the energy, it's got to shift to a different side, a different part of the offense for the greater good of everybody else. We got to get that receiver room activated, and the tight ends know that. Come on now. Yeah. Y'all leaving the game with more receptions than our receivers, and I'm sure that's an interesting conversation to have.
Man,
Michael Mayer walking out with 12 receptions, and Kevin Austin got 5. Tobias got 0. Brady Lindsey can't even find a route.
Shamrock and shenanigans. Shamrock, you are crazy. Jason Smith said, "Yes, not doing away with tight ends, but I'm okay with our wide receivers taking the torch." Shamrock Shenanigans said, "I'm cool with 1 great tight end per season, but I'm definitely over having 4 great tight ends on the roster and another 3 wide receivers who play like tight ends." Look, man, it is really a new day. It really is. And from what Mike Denbrock is saying, man, he is fully invested in making sure that the culture change that needs to take place. And I think this is something that goes back to we didn't get a chance to do so. But I'm grateful for hearing from Mike Brown, hearing from Mike Denbrock, not only just pretty much being open and honest with the fan base about what needs to happen with recruiting and things of that nature, but a culture change definitely needed to take place amongst the wide receivers in the wide receiver room. The wide receiver speaking to that last week gives you confidence that we're going to see evidence from that, right? Also, Let's talk about the fact that, I just want to use as a reference point that we didn't make in the first hour. Don Staley, 3 national championships. Only 5 coaches have done that. He's one of them.
Yeah.
Yo, amidst everything else, that flew under the radar. Like, she is the one that everyone is chasing right now. She's the one.
But they're not giving her the Geno love though.
She can pull up. No, she doesn't deserve it. Geno and Pat, what they, bruh. See, this is what I'm talking about. There's levels to this. Can Dawn pull up to the table as a top 5 coach? Yes.
I mean, she has her own award now.
Yes.
Don Staley Award. She's still coaching.
Absolutely.
I haven't seen that before.
Can Dawn pull up to the Geno Pat Summit table? Oh no. Oh no. See, there's a table where Tara Vanderveer, Don Staley, Gino Auriemma, Kim Mulkey, and Pat Summit all sit.
All sit. Okay.
But in the midst of conversation, Pat and Gino look at each other and say, let's go over here for a minute.
Let's go over here to the big boys table.
Yeah, and it's like when they decide to get up and go to the other table, the high boy table, because everybody sits, they go to the high boy table.
Yeah, they go to
you kind of stand, and if you want to sit, you can't. They go to that table, and they're the only ones that are really allowed at that table.
Yeah.
For what they've done on the court and off the court for the game. Like we just told you, Notre Dame women's basketball became what it was because they had Geno to chase in the Big East. Originally, when Muffin McGraw got
originally, yeah.
Yes, that's who she had to chase. And so I want to applaud the note. That's what got Muffin McGraw, gave her the confidence to change the culture, to do what was necessary, to answer the questions to get to that level. We believe Marcus Freeman and this staff are in the process of doing that, answering the questions, right? But we have to see the evidence. We believe Neil Ivey is doing the job, answering the questions to close that gap. I think it was very beneficial to go to France and get smacked by South Carolina. See, that gave you information. If to be honest, that gives Neil and the rest of the staff information. Okay, this is what we need to do to make up the gap.
Recruit. This is what we need to recruit. Yes, for sure.
This is maybe we need to change some things. Maybe Don Staley changed her coaches last year. She brought in a different coach to coach her perimeter players. Why? Because the perimeter players weren't being developed in shooting.
Yeah.
That's the one thing they were missing. She didn't wait. She changed coaches. She answered the question, not just with players, but with the staff as well. We think Notre Dame and the staff, that's what I'm seeing from what the staff is saying and how they're going about changing the culture. They have recognized it's more than just recruiting players. It's easy for people to like, just go get the good players. John Calipari's been doing that.
Yeah, but basketball I feel like it's hard because it really matters to have experience in the playoffs. Them freshmen, no matter even if they lottery picks, it's just no chance they have the experience over these 26-year-old seniors that have been playing together for 3 or 4 years. It's just for one game. We're talking one game. Which makes it even crazier because it's a one game. Anybody can win one game, but when you add experience, you add some age to it. It's just it's a tough thing. It's hard unless you get an Anthony Davis and a John Wall and a Boogie Cousins on the same team.
I mean, dude, he won with Anthony Davis. He lost in the semifinals with Cat. I believe he lost in the finals with Julius Randle and the crew.
Yep. It's not an easy thing, but we're also talking about losing.
I will say this. He ran. That's one thing I applaud Marcus Freeman because there's a lot of stuff over the first 2 years that Marcus Freeman could have threw a lot of people under the bus.
I mean,
Marcus Freeman.
Do that. He's not going.
Marcus Freeman. Oh, he's from Dayton. Let me go ahead and say it. I'll go ahead and say it. You don't have to say it, love. He's from Dayton.
He should, but he too focused on trying to make all the right moves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And look, man, I'm just encouraged, man. Man, not just Mike Denbrock, Al Golden, Mike Brown, like Mike Mickens. I'm encouraged, man. And it goes, ladies and gentlemen, in order to win this national championship, obviously you have to go out and get talent.
Yes.
Obviously, they had to go get talent at quarterback. Obviously, in today's game. Obviously, they had to go get talent at wide receiver. But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna Left will tell you, and he can explain it further. I'll just introduce it. A culture change in Notre Dame was needed.
Yes.
We flat out be honest. A culture change in Notre Dame was much needed. Much needed.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think it's much needed because we got into a rut. We got into a standstill. We got into a position where, you know, we couldn't get any better. We maxed out the card. Like, it was done. It was the only way you get better is to change it up. And Marcus Freeman, I think at the time of those last couple of years before Kelly moved on, he got to see, okay, we have hit our limit. There is no more getting better with this style of running the football team. It can win you games, but it's not going to win you championships. And Marcus Freeman had the courage to take the step to get to championships, which means you might lose to a Marshall. You might lose to a Stanford. You might lose some games that you're supposed to win and have coaching blunders. But as long as the vision, especially how it's coming into fruition in year 3, where he's like, we've taken a step, whether it hasn't been on the winning and loss column yet, but we've taken the step to be a better team than the previous structure. And I think that's what everybody can feel good about, is that, yeah, we may not have won it yet, but we're crossing into territory where our perspective is different about it. We got receivers. We got the guys that can have the talent in the QB room to sit in New York. We got that. We got a top 10 defense that's sturdy and making plays and guys coming back. We got that. We didn't have DBs, apparently, those years before. We didn't have receivers on an impact level years before. We even tell you the tight ends may have to simmer down a little bit. And that's probably the hardest thing Marcus Freeman probably had to get over the hump with the fan base. Tight end you, yeah, it's great. But listen, being a receiver you is where the championships lie. And many people probably didn't agree with him at first. How are you not going to have another Michael Mayer every year? But listen, the previous structure, we maxed it out. We done went to the championship game tight end led.
That's good. That's good.
Tight end led. We went there, and it was a very huge disparity. Like up in McGraw. We've been to the championship games with UConn, but it was like UConn here, us down here, and everybody else was way. and Muffin.
Sometimes you got to check your balance, bro, because if you max out, you're gonna get declined in life.
You're gonna get declined. We've been getting declined at the peak.
That's good.
We've been getting declined at the top.
That's good.
And the declined it's a huge gap. It's a huge gap of decline.
Yeah.
So Muffin McGraw had to reach in that bag. So we need a little something different. We can't just keep doing it the same way. Superstar guard. We got that superstar guard. We added some height. We got some shooters, and we got that black card. We have found that American Express black card.
Right.
That de facto clutch, just wild card. Oh, we taking over. Something that other teams ain't got. And that's something that we've been developing. We got something that nobody else in the country, in my opinion, can say they got this. And Marcus Freeman has been putting the pieces slow. He gets it with Denbrock. That's a very good move. You retain an Al Golden. You add responsibilities to a Mike Mickens. You give more to a Marty Biaggi because you know the effort is going to be there. You talk to a Xavier Watson, explain why coming back, even though you can go. Because me and you were sitting there saying this man got family.
Every reason
to take off. And for Marcus Freeman to be in his ear and say, listen, you don't gotta go yet. You're about to miss the sweetest part. You got your running mate Ben Morrison over there just holding it down. He even got Isaiah Foskey to come back, and he had every reason to leave. Ken Burke came back. He had every reason to. So for Marcus Freeman to say, I know our peaks and heights, but there's something beyond that. And to take those steps courageously. I mean, he's been taking some courageous steps that I don't think people in their first 2 years would take. Telling a 4-star you can't come. And he got his whole family up here about to commit. Telling your 2 backup and your starting quarterbacks in season.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't doing this next year. You're gonna have to go live your dreams somewhere else. That's not an easy thing to do for a first year, second year head coach. Bouncing back after David Shaw's classic laugh at the end of the game, leaving Notre Dame Stadium on some "I got you."
Mm-hmm.
Most coaches would crumble. But I think for Marcus Freeman to know that there's another level to this where we couldn't find it. I mean, you talk to Notre Dame fans now, oh man, how are we gonna beat Purdue? Oh man, what are we gonna do against Northern Illinois? We're going into that domination phase. Like I said, the Notre Dame offer is still top 2, if not 3 offers in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, if I'm a kid, Notre Dame, I know I made it if I got Notre Dame offer. Because you're looking at the roster, they're stacked. They got a great schedule, great amenities. Love the head coach. This is everything you could ever ask for. So, there's a stability factor that we have to Notre Dame that in a time like this with NIL and all the things included, you're not going to find too much in other places.
Let's get to this last clip, Mike Denbrock. He had so much to say left. I might do both Denbrock and Al Golden tomorrow left. The Al Golden stuff is definitely going to be worth checking out LL podcast tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely. Offensive versatility, bro. Offensive versatility. This is what he had to say.
I think it's versatile enough. The style that we play is versatile enough to fit just about any quarterback. So regardless of who ends up winning the job, we're going to be able to be explosive and aggressive with what we do. I think it's versatile enough. The style that we play is versatile enough to fit just about any quarterback. So I think it's versatile enough. The style that we play is versatile enough to fit just about any quarterback. So regardless of who ends up winning the job, we're going to be able to be explosive. And I think it's versatile enough. The style that we play is versatile enough to fit just about any quarterback. So regardless of who ends up winning the job, we're going to be able to be explosive and aggressive with what we do. So a lot of what we do is quarterback driven. So that guy's got to be the right guy. He's got to be able to think the game. He's got to be able to execute the game. He's got to be able to adjust what we're doing when need be. And I think all the quarterbacks, at least thus far, have done a nice job of
Left, what have we been telling Notre Dame fans all spring?
It's not about the quarterback.
It's not about the quarterback.
Period. We've been telling y'all this.
He's changing the culture.
Yeah.
He's changing the culture. Stop putting the pressure, undue pressure
on
one man in one position. We're going to be an explosive offense.
That's it.
Period. Everything about this offense is about to be good. We're not about to lean on these running backs and this offensive line in big games. When all this quarterback has, no. We're going to have versatility, and we're going to scare the heck out of defensive coordinators. Because who are you going to stop? Who are you going to double team? Who are you going to take away? You're going to take away the run game?
Yeah.
You're going to take away Chris Mitchell? You're going to put 8 in the box? With Bo Collins on the outside, Chris Mitchell on the outside? What? You're going to put 8-9 in the box? What are you going to do? If you put 8-9 in the box, now you have to worry about our running backs in the passing game. You got to worry about the wheel route, the shake route. If we split them out, now what do you do?
Now what do you do?
Hey, that's a culture change, Well, that right there is definitely an offensive culture change.
That's right.
And yes, that was me playing it again and again on purpose. Because we've been saying it, trying to encourage Notre Dame fans. Like, dude, relax. Stop. Don't even worry about who wins it.
Don't even worry about it.
You might be right. You might be right if you feel like they wouldn't have went and got Riley Leonard if he wasn't going to be the starter automatically. Maybe you're right.
Maybe.
Who cares?
Seriously.
Who cares? Mike Denbrock just told you we're going to be explosive with whomever. Remember, there's no way. We can't be explosive with Steve Angeli. Mike Denbrock thinks so.
He said it can work with anybody we got in there. It can work with anybody. We just need them to be great decision makers.
That's all.
And that don't take that's no talent to it. Can you make the right decision? If you can make the right decision, everything else is gonna play in your hands.
Yo, Joe Montana is one of the least physically talented GOATs that you'll ever see. He knew where to go before the snap, after the snap, and he had great anticipation and he had great accuracy. That's it. And your OC is telling you, man, this dude is like, yo, you know what he just said, Left? I got a quarterback room full of dudes.
Yeah. Full of dudes that's capable.
When's the last time an OC at Notre Dame ever said that?
No.
Jared Parker couldn't say that last year.
No. He said we're gonna get Sam ready and everybody else gonna eat crow.
It's good times, Notre Dame fans. Good times. Good times. Y'all want to hear that again?
Yeah.
That man, Mike Denbrock just spit. Man, that was a great 16 he just spit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Kendrick 16 right there. That's a Drake 16. That ain't no Jermaine 16.
No, Jermaine.
No, that's not.
Jermaine really got us messed up right now, man. I don't know how I feel about that, man.
Man. Yeah, Mike Denbrock. Notre Dame fans, here you go once again. Like, soak it in. I want you to really soak it in. Listen to your OC. Listen to what he's telling you. Soak it in. Let him know, coach. MD, let him know.
The style that we play is versatile enough to fit just about any quarterback. So regardless of who ends up winning the job, we're going to be able to be explosive and aggressive with what we do. So a lot of what we do is quarterback driven. So that guy's got to be the right guy. He's got to be able to think the game. He's got to be able to execute the game. He's got to be able to adjust what we're doing when need be. And I think all the quarterbacks, at least thus far, have done a nice job of doing that.
Don't believe us. Believe your coach.
I'm just saying. He's telling you.
Believe your coach. It's good times ahead, man. Offense, explosive. Regardless of who the quarterback is.
Regardless.
You know what he's saying? We were explosive with Jaden Daniels. We would have been explosive with Nussmeier.
Basically.
That's what he's saying. That's a real OC. I love people that take accountability.
Yep.
See, he's taking accountability for his offense. Like, yo, man, I don't do. Roosevelt, I'm with you, bro. I can't wait to see it either. I can't wait to see Miami be over 500. I can't wait to see it because we ain't seen it. We haven't seen it. You're right. We got a lot, both teams. We got a lot to look forward to. A lot. It's a lot of proving ground. A lot of proving that needs to take place. A lot of manifestation that we need to see. I can't wait. Can't wait to see Miami not fumble games away when they're supposed to be kneeling down. Just dumb coaching. Coaching one-on-one.
Dumb coaching.
I can't wait to see it not happen again. Can't wait. You heard what Ken Gibbs said when we asked him the other day. Is there a team in the ACC that can even sniff Notre Dame next year? What did he say?
No.
Locked on ACC. What did he say? Nope.
Yeah, we gotta check on our boy too, man.
Rough weekend. Rough weekend.
Them boys, man, they tried their hardest, man. I know that. And
both teams fought. They fought real hard. They just couldn't do anything with the two giants.
No, you can't do nothing. Edie.
And they couldn't do anything with Camille.
Even good defense, he's just over the top all day.
Yeah.
That.
They couldn't do anything with Edie, and then Camila Cardoso on the other side at 6'7". It's like
Even good defense, double team, all that. She's just over the top. She's
I
too
mean, when
big.
they played Notre Dame stayed in it early, and then all of a sudden the size just took over.
It's just too much. Yeah, it's too much to. Yeah,
I told you, Isaiah James, she came out and she was going in next. She was going in next early, but dude, CC said it, dude. I give CC a lot of credit in the post game, bro. She said it. She was like, fam, she looked at the stat sheet. She was like, yo, they had 51 rebounds. Bruh, like, man, wait.
what are you doing with that?
Like, dude, we can't, dude, they just good. They just too good. Like, what can I do with that? What can we do with that?
Yeah.
They had 51, we had 29.
See, we need a Hannah Hidalgo at center or a big woman for the women's team. I think that is what South Carolina has. They got edge and toughness and stuff that.
See, when people say, because people will answer that and say, well, man, we got a 5-star coming in. No. It's not just about getting one.
Yeah.
You have to get depth, bro.
Yeah.
They got Cardoso. They got Ashlyn Watkins. Ashlyn Watkins got in foul trouble. They came in with kids, right? Then they got the Fagan. Then they got the Fagan kid. It's like, dude, they go 4 or 5 deep on the inside with good players.
With good players.
Like,
man.
you just can't say we got this 5-star coming in from New York, and that's it. You want her to just go up? You gonna send her with a pen to a gunfight?
Yeah, basically.
And they have like one of the best post players coming in next year.
Next year, yeah.
The foundation of South Carolina has always, this goes to like what changing the culture. The foundation of South Carolina has always been post players, bro. That's been the foundation. When things changed and they took an L, they had a head coach that could answer the call and answer the questions. Now all the 3-point shooters come back with some more young post players left.
And all the seniors were gone last year.
They lost 5 players to the WNBA, bro. All 5 starters went to the league.
Damn.
5. They were ranked 6th and 8th in polls. And came back and won. That, bro, that's not a great coaching job. I don't know what else is, bro. If that's not a great coaching job, I don't know what else is. You know, but I fully believe what I'm hearing from the coaches and what I've seen in limited accessibility to practices, bro. I fully believe that that's what Notre Dame is establishing, man. I really believe Notre Dame is establishing that. They're changing the culture while going out and getting the players. Bro, Don Staley had to change her culture. Don Staley's never coached a 3-point shooting team.
Never.
She's never had perimeter players, but you know what she did? She went and got a coach that can coach those type of players.
Yeah, got a coach that can go.
But she said, I can't do that. I'm not good at that. And she's a point guard. But you know what type of point guard she was? A non-shooting point guard.
She's a slasher.
That wasn't her game. She got to the bucket. She created. She was a floor
That's
general.
the same thing Niele is going through. Niele was a point guard, a slasher, a D Wade type of player.
Mm-hmm.
She's got to hire or get into the building.
Mm-hmm.
We can develop that because guards, she got that.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of her guards play like Niele. Hidalgo, Sky, Jewel, Enrique, they all play like Niele and they all are successful. But when Niele can put that stamp on that big man,
Yes.
coach of the year. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
She can get far on guards.
And then how did Coach McGraw establish the foundation? Ruth Riley. She established it through the post.
And then she
built the perimeter. Yes. Then she built the perimeter. Absolutely.
But now Dawn has got the game in reverse where the big man.
Well, the game has changed since Coach McGraw came in. The game has definitely changed.
That's right.
Since Coach McGraw. So, but she's going to have to answer those questions.
Yeah.
Just like I feel like the Notre Dame coaching staff under Marcus Freeman, they're answering those questions, bro. Now the testing ground is gonna come. The season is it.
Yeah.
You can't hide from it. We think it's a perfect setup, right? Because I don't think people thought South Carolina was gonna go undefeated this year after losing the talent they lost.
Yeah.
No one expected that. They're a very unassuming, undefeated national champion. Their best player, Camila Cardoso, she'll probably be a top 5 to 7 pick in the WNBA draft. I mean, she's 6'7", bro. I mean, you don't get that. You don't get that a lot. She's 6'7".
You don't.
But she's not like a superstar or anything like that. She's not. She's not player of the year like Aaliyah Boston. She's not.
Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark gonna be a nice combo though.
Very much so. You see, they already doubled the ticket prices.
And Caitlin Clark's going to a great market in Indiana.
Oh, it fits who she is.
Oh yeah.
But dude, I'll be honest. Caitlin Clark could have come to Chicago. She could have been. Caitlin Clark, from a marketing standpoint, see, now we're getting outside of the game.
Now we're getting outside again.
From pure marketing, oh, she's marketing gold.
Oh yeah.
She's marketing gold. Can you imagine if she had actually come to Chicago?
Yeah.
Bruh.
She
Sold out every night. Every night. Every game. Chicago Sky would have been sold out.
Chicago Sky, yeah.
Easy.
Because y'all still got Eladon over there?
No. Eladon left a long time. We had Eladon and Sylvia Folks together. Eladon, you know, her family, her sister had some medical issues and she wanted to be on the East Coast, and the Chicago Sky accommodated her. They didn't have to. They accommodated her.
They don't have
They traded her. They traded her to the Mystics. And then C3 came back home. You know, they had built a culture where they would get into the playoffs, but really weren't getting over the hump. C3 came back home, made the difference, got that championship, and then the coach voted for the NBA to be an assistant coach, and they just decided to go ahead and just gut it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vandersloot went on to the New York Liberty. You know, they just gutted it. And it's cool. I think they have 2 of the top 6 picks this year, 2 top 7 or something like that. So they have an opportunity. And then Notre Dame has an opportunity to hit stride. Yo, Lucky Lucky Podcast. Anything before we get out of here, man? It's a beautiful day, man. I don't have any petty trains. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, no petty trains. It's a nice day, man.
I'm a petty day, man. Jermaine, stay in your lane, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. You put yourself out there like that to be.
Yeah.
Like, I'm bad about that.
Yeah, you're a lover, not a fighter, bro.
No, seriously, you're a real lover guy.
Yeah, be comfortable being that dude. Everybody can't be that.
I thought the album was really good, man. I thought the album.
Yeah.
I thought it was good for.
You know who I don't want to hear beef bars from? See, Lotto comes across to me as that type of female.
Oh yeah.
Right? Man, Glorilla, stay in your lane. I don't want to hear no beef bars from you.
Really? I like
Glow, man. Glow is, man, dude. By the way, fantastic interview with Shannon Sharp. Fantastic interview.
Shannon doing his thing.
She is, man. Be the darling. Be the darling, man.
I don't know. Go didn't come into the game like that.
But she's an anthem. She's an anthem girl.
She's an anthem girl, yeah.
I'm not saying she doesn't have bars, but I don't want to see her doing that. Like, there's no need for her to do that. Unless someone's just flat out egregious and she has to answer them in a certain way. Man, Glow, do your thing. Do your thing, Glow. Don't worry about that. Right? That's why Nikki looks so bad now. Like, your time is past and you up here trying to create beef. Stop.
Is it? Is Nicki prime past?
You think Nicki Minaj is in her prime, bro?
I mean, she's the best female rapper in terms of bars, bar for bar.
Lies. See, we got to stop. So Drake is bar for bar the best rapper. You about to sit here and say that?
No.
Okay.
No. I said
Okay.
Nikki.
Anytime,
Female. Yeah.
anytime somebody can come out of retirement, fresh out the pen, and shut you up on a diss track.
You talking about free
Wait.
Ma?
Remy didn't kill her in that battle?
Man.
Answer the question.
No. Because
Okay.
it's just
Give me the bars.
It's just like,
give me the bars. Give me the bars that Nikki spit that one.
it's just like Drake. Drake's gonna wash most rappers because he's more famous and can make hits that play in the club and you be whatever. But when he's talking about rap beef bar for bar, he's not gonna go bar for bar with Kendrick.
No, he can't.
That's not. So he's got to think about a different way of doing
Okay,
it.
I'm glad you said that. Do you think Nikki can go bar for bar with Rhapsody? Be honest.
No, but
No,
Nicki's gonna win.
that's my point. What are we talking
being
about?
more famous, off of having a hit. She's gonna have a hit.
Dude, thank you. My boy, repping New York. Thank you. Our boy is watching.
Oh goodness, this man, he don't know
Armani
music. He in
Caesar.
Buffalo.
That's
He in
not the
Buffalo.
first.
He
No.
don't know.
Have I not said Armani Caesar on this podcast?
He has, but
Thank you.
Once again,
No, bro. How's
how's that gonna stack up to Nikki though? Because people
bro,
don't rock with
know,
Nikki because she's
bro.
more famous.
Nikki's not about to sell the same amount of records she was selling 10 years ago. She's not.
She will when it comes to beef.
No, that's a different story. Do I think Nikki has beef bars? She ain't J. Cole. Stop that. Nikki has beef bars. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying Nikki's not in her prime, bro. And if you want to say Jay's not in his prime, Jay can still sell out stadiums. What are you talking about? He don't have to be in his prime to still be a viable brand. Nikki's still a very viable brand. She can still sell out and still do well, but she's not monster Nikki right now. She's not.
Well, she doesn't have, but that's why Drake does a great job of complimenting J. Cole all the time. Because he can't be great unless J. Cole was number 2. Who is number 2 to Nikki right now? Nikki can't be Nikki. Who Nikki gonna go in and get a booth and go in and get on the paper and pen and get in the booth with right now? Meg Thee Stallion, who won't respond, that's an L. Like, come on,
we know Meg wasn't on that. Meg is that. Yeah, come on, Meg might be a plant.
Nikki,
we have a serious conversation about that.
Nikki can't be in her bag because ain't nobody to compare. Cardi B done ran away long time.
No, you talking about bars. No. See, you talking about bars. I'm talking about career arc. Who's in their prime? Nikki's not in her prime, bro.
Only because she has no competition. She's been the number 1 female rapper for how long? You're
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I agree with you. It's like Tom Brady in the AFC East. Wasn't no competition for you.
No competition.
There was no other quarterback in that division for you.
Nobody's gonna say that. No. Nobody's gonna say like, oh, Tom Brady. Tom Brady played against what quarterbacks in his division?
Hey man, Lucky podcast, man. We'll get to Algo tomorrow, man. Make sure you have a great Monday. Enjoy the national championship game tonight.
That's right.
Go Huskies. Make sure you stay.